beautiful blue skies, absolutely supreme. And it has been for the last few days here in Cornwall. And so I've just been dropped off by Lucy at a place called Tregantle Fort. It's on the south coast of Cornwall. And I'm going to be walking from here along the southwest coast path all the way to Looe, where there is actually a campsite open. 10 Creek campsite is open at the moment. So I've booked myself a really cheap pitch. It cost me £6 for the night. And so I'm going to be walking the 10 miles from here, Tregantle Fort, on the southwest coast path, all the way to Looe. And Tregantle Fort is used by the MOD as a firing range. But today, as you can hear in the background, no shots have been fired, and so we're happy and safe to walk through. Enjoy, plenty of scenery coming up. I've brought my drone with me as well. This is where they shoot from, down here. I've always looked at this. I didn't realise that you was allowed to walk through the site, so interesting place. Probably really good for wild camping as well. And you can see in the distance, I believe that right over there, that's Looe. So that's where I'm walking to. On the way to Looe, I walked past a place called Portwrinkle and Seaton and Downderry. And this is a walk that I've done before in the past. Me and Lucy did this at the beginning of our Changing the Algorithm walk. And just like then, the weather is absolutely spectacular. But it is the last day of February, so it is also very, very, very cold. But I'm sure these blue skies will do me wonders, because both me and Lucy, my partner, have been quite sick the last few days. At the beginning of the week, or the end of last week, about a week ago, we think we had what they call it, the norovirus or norovirus. Man, it was eye of the needle stuff. So I'm hoping for a bit of vitamin D and fresh air and salty sea air to clear all that up for me. Look at those blue seas, man. Out there, look. I don't know how well you can hear that on the mic, but I'm pretty certain it's not a passenger plane. See if we can zoom in again. This year I'm definitely going to try and get more of the southwest coast path into my videos and into my walks, because it is a great place to walk. The sea air is actually really, really good for you, good for your health. It's full of all those salts. And you can only, you know, there's an old saying on Dartmoor, you know, once you've seen one tour, you've seen them all. There's loads of good camping along the coastline here. And it's not somewhere that I've really inspected for camping spots or places I can pitch a tent, which is why I booked a campsite in Looe, just to give me that security ahead of me. And you know, if it remains like it is in these first couple of miles, then especially during the summer, there'll be loads of places that you can come and stay here. A summer's night, beautiful sea to wake up to in the morning. Beaches, golden sanded beaches of Whitsand Bay, Tregantle, all along here. You just see them in view there. And it make a nice change to the sort of more barren and desolate landscapes of Dartmoor. So we're at Craft Hole, a place called Craft Hole, and this is the golf course, right on the southwest coast path. And again, the day is just, I can't explain how beautiful the weather is. arrived at a place called Portwrinkle. It's a small little, probably was once upon a time a fishing town, and maybe a pirate cove, as they're dotted up and down the south coast of Cornwall. So I'm going to go down there. I might even get some drone footage of the rocks, and then I shall be on my merry May. And it's really warm for February, you know, getting a bit of that climate change, which is great. Really dawdling today. I have only done a couple of miles. I've still got about 7 or 8 miles to go. So I'm going to have to stop filming. That's what I've got to do. But anyway, I'll come down to Portwrinkle Beach. It's just a little beach, a gritty, sort of dark sand, but it's clean. It's very clean. And there's some rocks and stuff. So I'm going to get the drone out. Very little wind. Going to stick it on my mobile phone for pretty much the first time. I haven't got the remote controller with me, and the mobile phone range isn't that great. So I'm still getting a bit of confidence with this drone. I'm going to come down and practice my drone skills. And then I'm going to put the camera away for sure and really smash it out to Downderry, Seaton, which is a good 5-6 mile hike. So otherwise I'll never get there in time. Okay, that's Portwrinkle done. I'm going to try and make good speed now for the next 3-4 miles to Downderry, which is my next stop. And I've been dawdling at the moment, as I've already said. And I would like to get to Looe and the campsite by 4 PM at the latest. So right now it is 11:45. And at the end of this walk, there is the hill from hell. It's called West Looe Hill, and it is for about a mile. So there is another route around up to the campsite, but we'll see how I feel. But so that's what comes at the end of this 10-mile walk. I spend so much time on the moors, and Bodmin, Dartmoor in particular, and in other locations. I forget how great it is to be by the sea, and I've lived by the sea all my life, and I don't think I could ever live anywhere permanently, at least, that wasn't by the sea. There's something very freeing right now about be standing on top of this hill. I've just climbed up, and I'm on the coast, and you can see the sunshine on the sea there. And the lovely coastal scenery and landscapes. It's absolutely superb and very freeing, yeah, very freeing in a different way that Dartmoor is. I mean, Dartmoor's great when the sun's out, you've got blue skies like this. There's something different. And the air as well, and the ground is not so wet. Now approaching Downderry, and actually I did it's about 3 miles in just over an hour, so that's not bad going cross country, some big hills and stuff. So I'll go to Downderry. I'm going to stop for 20 minutes, take some video footage, and then I've got another 4 or 5 miles onto Looe. So I'm about halfway now. Good darts, Darren. So this is Downderry. Again, it would have been I don't know, a place where there was fishing done. There would have been probably a lot of smuggling done, and it would have had a pirate bay and caves. There's very rocky shorelines. There's no port as such here. So yeah, Downderry. But when I last come here, there was nothing here. There wasn't even a functioning shop. And so I'm going to blow right through Downderry and head on to Seaton, which is about a mile or so further down the road. And there's cafes and shops and things like that there, so I can get some refreshments. I'd expect most people who live here in Downderry also have quite a lot of money, because the properties here are very nice indeed. And it doesn't look like there's any council estates here. It looks lovely. So this is just for your white privileged. Anyway, that's Downderry. Onwards to Seaton. And this is the beautiful Seaton. And you can see Looe in the distance. And this is Seaton Beach. Very nice beach. Again, it's quite grey, coarse sand. But you do have a proper beach, and I expect this place is heaving during the summer. And again, it's all little holiday homes and hotels. There's not a lot else here. No shops as such. But Looe is now just in the distance over there. And I've done 6.5 miles so far, and I feel fine. Yeah. There's always a Ukrainian flag. The message hasn't quite got through to some parts of the people here in the southwest. There's Dartmoor in the distance there behind those trees. That's that maximum magnification. So I'm pretty high up right now. I've just had a big climb. I should smash that out. 2.5 miles should be done over with in an hour. I have been dawdling, and I've been really enjoying the weather, the peace and quiet, the solitude, the waves, the sea, all of it. Beautiful. I'm heading into Millendreath. I've had a foot problem. I put some new insoles into my hiking boots. I'm wearing different boots today, lighter boots, and they made it feel like there was no room in my boot at all, and my toes were starting to rub, and I've had to take those insoles out. I'm not walking with insoles now. A little slice of heaven this is, isn't it? Millendreath is just a little slice of paradise, especially when it's sunny. Got our own beach here, look. And it's a holiday resort. And there's a little beach shack, yeah, pumping out some good tunes. And it's probably very, very quiet here at the moment because of the time of year. But who wouldn't like to live here in the summer? Oh, definitely would. So I'm just about to enter East Looe, and East Looe is in a valley. Well, the whole of Looe, West and East Looe, is in a valley, so there's hills either side, which is where my camping site is. So there's a horrific hill to climb. Turn the gain up, see if you can hear the birds. And this is Looe. We're actually looking at West Looe, and behind me is East Looe. The river is the East Looe River. It runs through it. And it's actually a pretty cool place, especially in the summer. And it looks amazing when the sun is out right now. Everything just looks so much better when the sun shines out. It looks almost like this is a paradise, you know? And it's definitely harder going, walking on the coast path. It's harder underfoot, you're up and down continually, rather than flat periods and then hills, flat periods and hills like it is on Dartmoor. Nothing more satisfying than achieving your goal and getting where you're trying to get to. So the hill I'm on is West Looe Hill, and it is savage. I've done it many times. It's savage, man. My campsite is at the top of this hill, and it's not even started to get steep yet. So Lucy, if you're watching, remember this hill. The camera doesn't really show how steep this hill is. It's steep, and it's getting steeper. Almost at the end of it. I'm absolutely knackered. So always good to get to your goal and to your destination. I mean, I've got about an hour before sunset, I suspect. Well, 5:05, so I'm an hour past my planned date. But I did dawdle around and stop and mess around with it. I've taken so much footage, it's unreal. But this, literally where I'm standing, is my camping pitch. But the views, they did put me in a pitch next to the toilets, which would have been really nice, especially if it was bad weather. But the views here are absolutely incredible. This is definitely worth paying, I think £7 I paid for a bike and hike pitch. And you can see where I've hiked from. So I've hiked all the way from over there. I'm trying to see if I can see the fort. Can't see it. But you can see at the end, that's Rames Head. And I am a few miles in from there where I started. So that's where I've walked from. And this is the views I'm going to be waking up at 2 in the morning. It's going to be a really nice day. I'm not going to hike to Foy, but I might do a little bit more walking. And then have Lucy come meet me for a nice fish and chips somewhere. And incredibly, I've not mentioned this yet, but I've bought my Cloud Up 2 Pro tent. The wind's not too bad. It's going to get down to about 1 degree, 0 degrees tonight. But I thought this would be a good little spot just to test the tent out. All right, so my tent is in. I've got it guyed out. I've got it facing into the wind in the wrong direction, but it doesn't matter because it's going to be very light winds tonight, 4 or 5 miles an hour. So hopefully I will have the wind coming into the tent from the front rather than from behind. But I will have the sunshine in the morning. So sunrises is what I'm here for. And over there is where we're going to see it. All my batteries are running out, so I'm going to do a bit of a recharge, including myself, because I'm absolutely knackered. I've walked about 12 miles in total now, I think, including some F-off hills at the end. And I get to play with my new tent, which, I've got to be honest, I'm pretty impressed with for the price. Again, remember, this is only a £139 tent. So, and it was easy to put up. It took me about 20 minutes to find the pitch. There's nothing flat here. And 5 minutes to put up. I'm gonna have a cup of coffee. I've got no stress. I don't have to worry about rushing off because of the weather or I've got to be at somewhere. So it's sort of quite nice. I am fit enough to do another 7 miles, I think, or another 10 miles across the roller coaster between here and Foy. I'm going to save that for another day because I've already arranged for Lucy to come and meet me for lunch. So I'm going to walk from here at about 10 o'clock round to Portwrinkle. It's about 3.5, 4 mile walk around the coast. And then I'm going to meet Lucy for some fish and chips. We're going to record a video of Portwrinkle, which is a really nice, really sort of quite quaint, very, very old and historic fishing village. A bit further southwest along the coastline here. I've got a new cup. I love all my little camping gadgets. Yeah, it's 7:15. I'm outside. There's the tent. I'm just about to go and get some water. There's a spectacular sunrise this morning. Beautiful. And this is my view this morning. What do I think of the Cloud Up 2 Pro tent? I didn't like it when I went to bed last night. I was missing my other tent. However, this tent is absolutely superb. I woke up this morning, dry, it was incredibly warm, and it's freezing now. There's loads of room in it. You could definitely get 2 people in there. You could definitely do like a really lightweight camp and take 2 people in there. The whole baggage with extra pegs was about 1.7 kilos with a footprint, and it actually looks quite good. It was a doddle to put up. Granted, the conditions today are serene, to say the least. So lying there this morning, just making a coffee, leaning out and looking at the sunrise behind me. Yeah, I highly recommend this tent. Yeah, camping is an absolute joy when the weather's like this. Honestly, it's so nice and chilled out. It's so much easier when the sun is out and you don't have to go anywhere. So I think I definitely will be doing campsites over the summer months and spring months far more regularly, and not just while camping, because the fact that there's no stress involved has made me enjoy this particular trip a lot. I've taken the inside out of the Cloud Up 2 tent, and now I've spent a bit of time in here and played a little bit. I'm going to really like this tent for the summer. There was quite a lot of condensation this morning, but it's all dried up pretty much now. So I'll just give it another half an hour and then I'll walk to Portwrinkle. But yeah, I highly recommend this tent. Plenty of headspace. I know the inner's not in, but even with the inner, there's plenty of headroom. I'm still getting used to the shape of it. This front door, once you peel it back, actually opens up quite wide as well. So, and there's plenty of space. You could definitely camp 2 people in this tent, which is unusual for a 2-man. So it's quite big. Yeah, good tent.